It's the phrase you hear these days from dopes pretending to be smart. Toxic masculinity. The gist, masculinity is poison. Forget the great achievements that took great risk on the part of men and even resulted in their deaths. Nope, men are violent, sex-mad animals. And so Brown University offers a course aimed at unlearning toxic masculinity. We used to call this basket weaving 101. If you're willing to give Brown 50 grand for this crap, you need to unlearn common sense too. Besides, it makes no sense. I mean, if men are so toxic, why would you want them detoxing on your campus? My prediction, unlearning toxic masculinity will soon be replacing Western civ. After all, there's no question men are more aggressive than women. It's science. And it doesn't hurt to civilize unruly cads. It's what dads and moms used to do before we decided they sucked. And men do live shorter lives. Just look at me. But mainly because of the risks taken to attract and protect the people we love. But if you believe this is about appreciating men while trimming away the rough parts, you kid yourself. This is pure class hatred based on stereotypes meant to demean a group of people. It's the branding of a gender by angry, bitter radicals. It's also sexist. If you don't believe me, just create your own class for Brown and call it Unlearning Toxic Femininity. How long do you think that'll last? Well, then again, maybe it's in the works already, designed to focus on those horrible, toxic stay-at-home moms who voted for Trump. All right, Dana, let's say you're at Brown, which I believe is a university, and would you date a guy who is taking a...
Never.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's like not even a question.
Yes.
Like, you know how we do these stories about remember dating tips, and you've got Gutfield's dating tips?
Yes.
Yeah, nowhere on any dating tip should you be taking this class.
Yeah.
Nowhere. No. Also, I think a better test would be for men from Brown to have to go work on a ranch.
Yes, exactly.
Right? For like a month.
And I'm saying that as someone who couldn't work on a ranch.
They would take you, though, at home, back home.
I could use ranch.
They would love to have you come visit.
Yes, no, it would end badly. Juan, do you filled with toxic masculinity? Are you a toxic male?
Do you feel you need the class?
I could actually, Pam, I think I could use the class because it seems to me, you know, the male need to be dominant, and the way that we look at sex and the interaction, some things have puzzled me throughout my life. Like, for example,
Explain that one.
Well, go back.
Let's dig deep.
I'll tell you one that, Jesse, because just because you know you're a guy too. But like the O.J. Simpson case, I could never understand why a woman would go back to a guy that was beating her. It just was puzzling to me. And then I heard from other people, oh no, that's not unusual. And I'm like, that's nuts. And then my niece is a prosecutor in D.C. and she tells me people come from some countries and they'll say, oh, yeah, that's the way men act. Men hit women. And I'm like, what? Where is that from?
I don't know.
How is that a defense?
I don't know if OJ is what they mean when they say toxic masculinity.
I think that is.
You do?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
I think he's
what
just
Brown
called
means.
I think you should go survey the class, Jesse.
Yeah, well, I have a very long history at Brown. The last time I was shooting a Waters World there, a guy with a skirt chased me around and heckled me the whole time. They hate me up there. It's because I'm so toxic. I think that's really what it is. But I agree with Dana. I've always been under the assumption that women are attracted to men that are manly, that make a lot of money, that work with their hands, that sweep you off your feet, that hold the door for you, take care of you, and act tough. You know, don't cry, never show their feelings.
Okay, yeah, that's
exactly what Dana said.
Dana, speak up. Speak up.
I'm going to let Pam speak for me. Yeah.
Pam, do you think this feels like a re-education camp for the evil male to me? I don't know.
Well, as an employer or as a grad school, can you imagine looking on transcripts, seeing unleashing toxic masculinity? What grade did you get? If you didn't get an A, you're going to be in big trouble taking that class. First of all, this needs to be learned, obviously, much younger in the home by the parents. If you're in college and you still have these issues, you shouldn't.
And not from. And by the way, the issues are. They just don't like men.
You probably
So
but at Brown, don't you think that guys sign up for this class thinking that they're going to get a date?
Yes.
Okay.
Really?
And they might get a date.
Toxic
But do you want to date
date
a woman who's interested in taking a toxic masculinity?
You want to date any woman in college?
Yes,
You'll
exactly.
take any course.
And women at Brown probably want them to take that class, and then they can talk about it and things like that. But I don't think it'll last.
I don't think so either. But that is now the new thing is to call it toxic.
Yeah.
That's like if you said this about women, your toxic femininity, you would probably be fired.
You should write that article tomorrow.
Really?
Toxic femininity. I think it'll be great.
What would be the symptoms, Dana, of toxic femininity?
Oh, we talk about them all the time.
Do we?
I think.
Oh, really?
Cheese.
Yes, tease now. All right.